Alright guys, so the brand new LF Instant Transmission Kamehameha Goku looks really crazy. So I took a peek and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm really impressed from what I see so far. I want to read it with you guys and break this down, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. But guys, let's not waste any time. Let's read his kit. I'm actually very excited, not only for this Goku, but for the Trunks as well. The Trunks looks pretty good. He's red, he's got endurance, he's a very, very good tank. So, and he's a combo dropper as well. But guys, this instant transmission Goku literally, holds up to his name. Instant transmission. Like, he gets vanishes like crazy. He has lock-ins. He has an AoE. He supports his teammates at the same time. He does almost everything. So let's read this, guys. He is purple. Okay, I'm going to skip the over review and get straight to his kit and straight to the point. Okay, so obviously his Z ability is going to be Sun Family, Saiyan, and Cell Saga. So you can definitely pair this character up with Daima Goku and Majin Vegeta, which is great. Majin Vegeta also has an AoE green card just like this character, and Majin Vegeta also locks you in just like this character with his ultimate ability, which is really crazy too. Like, and by the way, Daima Goku also locks you in. So this is going to be a pretty scary trio, guys. Like a lock-in. It's going to be crazy. Okay, so I don't want to waste any time. So I want to start off with the strikes and blast cards. So it says here, restores vanish gauge by 10% upon activation, and same thing goes for his blast cards. So let's just say we extend this to, let's just say 4 to 5 cards, right? On average, 5 cards, right? Let's just say 5 cards. You don't get cover changed, you don't get combo dropped. 5 cards. You time your side steps, your charge steps. That's 50% to your vanish gauge, right? And then you back up a little bit. That's an extra 70%. Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy because this is not the only way he gets his vanish back. Okay, his special move. Okay. Deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation, restores vanish gauge by 70%, plus 40% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, cannot be cancelled, and shortens ally substitution count by 3 on hit, and also has blast armor. So, once again, more vanish. Pretty crazy. His green card. It's an AoE green card. You guys already saw through the preview. It's really cool. So, it says here, applies the following effects to self upon activation, not hit, activation. He restores health by 10% and ki by 50. Charges unique gauge by 25% plus 25% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. And the following effects occur on hit. Randomly draws 1 U card. Okay. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemy special actions when cover changing for 5 timer counts. That's the only thing. Like, they decide to give this guy 5 timer counts on cover nulls, just because 10 counts would make this character way too broken, right? But 5 timer counts is not the only way he gets cover null. So this is really good. And also nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 5 timer counts, cannot be canceled. And shortens allies sub count by 2. So a lot of allies and sub counts and ally buffs for this character as well. So this character does everything, it feels like. Really, really good character. His ultimate, okay. So his ultimate deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation, restores vanish gauge by 70% once again, plus 50% to ultimate move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0. We all know that. The following effects occur if own unique gauge is full. So his unique gauge charges up slowly, or gradually, I should say, whether he's on the battlefield or outside of the battlefield. It says here, plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, cannot be cancelled, and inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 timer counts. So once again, pair this up with Majin Vegeta, pair this up with Daima Goku, they all lock you in, right? Daima Goku locks you into his supers, and Majin Vegeta and LF Instant Transmission Kamehameha Goku locks you in with his ultimate, just like Majin Vegeta. Really crazy combo. And the following effects occur on hits, reduces enemies ki by 100, and inflicts all enemies with extra 3 sub counts after hit, which is crazy. So you get locked in for 3 timer counts upon activation, and then if you hit them, it's an extra 3 timer counts. Really crazy. And of course, blast armor, okay? So his main ability is randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws the ultimate arts card instant transmission Kamehameha next. Restores own health by 20% and ki by 50. Restores own vanish gauge by 100. Once again, cancels own attribute downgrade and abnormal conditions. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20 to damage received for 20 timer counts. And it takes 25 timer counts to have passed. Okay, so really good. Once again, main ability. So his first unique ability, okay. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. By the way, this character is purple and is a ranged type character. But it also feels like he's a support character at the same time. It's a really good combo. Plus 180% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Reduces damage received by 70%, cannot be cancelled. Plus 70% to ki recovery, cannot be cancelled. Increases arts card draw speed by level 1, cannot be cancelled. And minus 10 to blast arts costs, cannot be cancelled. And the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. He draws a blast card next, restores own ki by 30, plus 90% on top of the 180 to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, activates once. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemy special actions when cover changing, cover null for 5 timer counts, just like his green card for 5 timer counts, and nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 10 timer counts. This is very important because of Beast Gohan, obviously, and Majin Vegeta. So he is purple, but on the other side, he does counter Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which is green, right? So, and he also he counters like other greens like God Goku and stuff like that. So very important ability right there for 10 timer counts, pretty good. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 15 to strike, blast, special move, ultimate, and awaken arts power for 10 timer counts. Also shortens allies sub count by 2. A lot of sub count manipulation with this character as well. If own unique gauge is full, and we're going to get to his unique gauge in just one bit. And the following effects occur every time this character uses a strike or a blast card. So every time he does use a strike or a blast, or he holds the strike and blast cards, to get plus 10% to vanish gauge. So restores own ki by 10, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 5 timer counts. By the way, this is crazy. Restores ki by 10 for each strike and blast card. That's a lot. And inflicts 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts, for 5 timer counts, thank God. Seals enemies special move arts, and seals and the sealed arts cannot be used for 3 timer counts. Okay. And the following effects occur to self when this character draws a special arts card. Okay, so for just drawing a special arts card, he randomly draws one other card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores ki by 30 and nullifies attribute downgrades for 10 timer counts for just drawing a super. Okay. And the following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below after being hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Activates once. He restores own health by 30, reduces enemies' ki by 100, so completely drops their combo, and seals all enemies' main abilities for 10 timer counts. Great ability. Okay, so far really good. And unique ability number 2. Okay, so he cover changes against strike cards, and you could combo that in with supers. Shortens allies sub count by 5. Once again, more sub counts when enemy activates ultimate, awakens, or rising rush while this character is on the battlefield. So, like I said, you can tank this with Diamond Goku, for example, right? And gradually charges own unique gauge over time while this character is on the battlefield or on standby. Applies the following effects to allies once unique gauge is full to allies. Restores health by 10% and ki by 30, plus 20% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. And shortens sub count by 2. Once again, a lot of sub count manipulation. Applies the following effects to allies. That's crazy. The following effects occur when this catcher performs a vanish step. Every time he performs a vanish step, he randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special card next. Activates 3 times. And you guys already know, every time he draws a special arts, he gets extra buffs. If we just scroll up really quick, where is that buff right here? Applies the following effects when he draws his special arts. He randomly draws another card, so he's going to have 2 cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores ki by 30 and nullifies attribute downgrades for 10 timer counts. Okay, for just drawing a super, right? Let's see here. We were right here. The following effects occur. Okay, so he draws a super and destroys one of your enemy's strike cards also at the same time. And the following effects occur if own unique gauge is full when this character is switched to standby. So once again, more ally buffs. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards, shortens own sub count by 2, and restores allies' health by 10%, plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 timer counts, more ally buffs, and cancels enemies' attribute upgrades. Looking really good so far. Also, the following effects occur if own unique gauge is full when this character is defeated. He restores allies' health by 20%, more ally buffs, plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies cannot be canceled, reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 2, and cancels enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects. So this character is like a support unit at the same time, which is really crazy because he's a range type. Very impressed. I'm also really liking the Trunks that is red. He's a defensive type. He has endurance. He destroys enemies' cards upon cover changing. I'm very, very, very happy with this release. Even though people are waiting for Damba, I would advise you guys to wait for mid-February, which is in a month, right? We're going to get our Damba stuff, guys. Don't worry, okay? So comment down below. What do you guys think about this character? I like this character a lot. He seems like a lot of fun. He locks you in. He has an AoE green card. Vanish gauge getting restored left and right, literally. Yeah, and he's got great tags. Sun Family Saiyan, right? Maja Vegeta, Daima Goku, you name it, right? Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So yeah, this character looks very, very impressive. But yeah, guys, comment down below. Are you summoning on him? Yes or no? And with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. And I'll catch you guys once again for another video in a little bit. Catch you guys then. Have a good one. Peace.